We had the blended woman earlier, but now get ready for pianist who stabbed her boyfriend in the groin before dousing him in bleach after he refused sex is jailed for 7 years. A whole turkey. It wasn't a whole turkey! A gifted pianist stabbed her boyfriend in the groin, narrowly missing his penis, after he refused to have sex with her, a court heard. Marlena Mekzianska Shibashi, 38, from East Sussex, waited until her boyfriend had fallen asleep and then poured bleach on his face. Okay, so Shibashi sounds like, I don't know which flavor of Asian last name that would belong to, but it sounds like an Asian last name, all right? And she sounds like she has, you know, some sort of Polish or Czechoslovakian kind of last name, right? So she obviously has a very high sex drive. And she married, it's hyphenated, so I'm assuming that Shibashi is his last name. And I'm assuming he had a very low sex drive, based on what I know here. England strikes again! Then while he was confused and fumbling for his clothes in the dark, she stabbed him in the groin, narrowly missing his penis. And she was just like, well, you're not gonna use it, so I might as well take it from you. I'll use this more than you will. Lewes Crown Court heard the couple had been in a stormy on and off relationship for several years, starting in 2011. Okay, that's more than several years. This is September 13th, 2024. That's more than several years, man. The music teacher later said, I wanted to harm his penis, but missed. See, I called it. Today, she was sentenced to 7 years in prison after she pleaded guilty to wounding her boyfriend with intent to cause grievous bodily harm. If I saw someone wearing these, like, weird symbols in public, they could be completely benign and normal, but I would just be like, you know, I don't trust that, okay? You know how dark Kirsche humor is. Although they didn't live together at the time of the attack, they sometimes met up at her flat and had casual sex. On occasion, they played out fantasies where Mekzinskia Shibashi would dress as a schoolgirl and call her boyfriend daddy. On the day of the attack in April last year, her boyfriend had gone round her home in Hastings, East Sussex, after family members contacted him, concerned about her. The pair had sex, but when she failed to climax, he left, as he had some chores to carry. Oh, okay, well, I understand, actually. She was completely in the right, let's be honest here. He returned a little later, and the couple watched a movie together before the man turned over to go to sleep. The court heard Mekzinskia Shibashi tried to initiate sex with him by fondling him under the bed covers, but he told her, please don't. He then went to sleep, but was abruptly woken when he felt liquid being poured onto his left cheek. He told the court, my next recollection was some liquid being poured over the left side of my face, and when I inhaled, I realized it was bleach. It went into my nose and ear. I sat up straight away, and that's when she threw the remainder of the contents of the glass into my face. Why did she have a glass of bleach? Aren't they usually in plastic containers? Did she actually spend time pouring it into a different container? The victim said he tried to use his phone torch to find his clothing and managed to get his socks on. I hate the fucking British. What do you call a flashlight a fucking torch? What's wrong with you? We don't live in caves anymore. She couldn't carry the whole jug. I mean, maybe. Blinded by the bleach, he could also feel warm liquid running down his leg. He said, my initial thoughts were I had wet myself out of fear of what was happening. It was only when I looked down that I could work out it was blood from a wound. I then looked at her and could see she had a face absolutely full of rage, and she was holding a knife. She was coming towards me with the knife, brandishing the knife. The piano teacher again went on the attack.
Your boyfriend lets you have 2 coms?
Well, apparently he lets her have 0 coms, and that's why she's in prison now. Aetherist, thank you for the 5 months of Prome. Thank you, thank you. Brandishing the knife, the piano teacher again went on the attack as he desperately tried to escape, the court heard. The victim began screaming for help, and in a panic, he grabbed a cardboard box to use as a shield and managed to push her off the bed before fleeing the flat. How did a cardboard box stop a fucking knife, dude? What the hell? He said, I was able to leap onto the bed, run across the bed, unlock the door, and then her landlord was right outside. Police discovered the 50-year-old man lying naked and covered in blood in the hallway of the rented property. He was covered in bleach and had a stab wound on his inner thigh. He was rushed to the hospital where he received medical treatment for his injuries. As Magzinska Shibashi was being arrested by police, she asked officers, "Do you know if it's in the genitals or not?" In court, she said, "I wanted to harm his penis, but because he moved, I got his thigh instead. I got massively drunk and stoned with marijuana." Can weed and alcohol really make you do something like that? That's crazy. But also, I love how this woman is so fucked up that she's not even trying to pretend to regret her decisions. She was just like, yeah, did I cut his dick off or what? I grabbed a kitchen knife and bleach and poured the bleach in a glass. I poured it on his closed eye. She did! She did fucking pour it out of the plastic container! What a fucking psycho! I'm sexually frustrated. Time to kill my husband. Well, if my husband says no often enough, if I cut off his penis, then I can still use it for sex, alright? If he's not gonna use it, God willing, I still will, okay? Don't stick your dick in crazy. Stick your dick in the right kind of crazy, alright? The kind of crazy that might, like, I don't know, compulsively clean the entire house and maybe be worried you're cheating every couple of years. Not someone who's gonna actually dismember you, okay? What the fuck did you just join into? Welcome! We're talking about the news. She was pouring it on him with her pinky out. Fucking weird, dude. Anthony, thank you for the 2. That kills people, Carl! The piano teacher told the court she had been the victim of serious sexual abuse and had acted in self-defense. There's no fucking way anyone's gonna believe that. Well, especially after you were just like, did I get him in the dick? Like, no way! Why would you even try? The court found no evidence of abuse and found her to be coercive and controlling of her boyfriend. The court heard Magzinska Shibashi had a personality disorder for which there is no medical treatment. Oh, that's unfortunate. Being a woman is a medical disorder in current year. Judge Christine Lang, KC, told the pianist, I find you to be a liar and a very manipulative person who hides behind the story of serious abuse as an excuse to lash out at people both mentally and physically. She sentenced her to 7 years in prison and 4 years on extended license to protect the public. She also imposed an indefinite restraining order forbidding her from contacting her ex-boyfriend. God damn. God damn, that's nuts. Not just current year, being a woman has always been. If I can't have the D, then no one can. Oh my god. Men in the 19th century knew this. Women were sent to asylums. Look, if I could get treated by my doctor, if they could give me a prescription for cocaine and dildos, I'd be pretty okay with that, alright? Fucking coke me up, doc. Now I can't even get opiates. Pianist female, UK, nah, bro. Just marry a Latina. Oh my god.